Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the WrestleDeath podcast. This is episode 12.
Fucking 12.
12 already. My name is Rich, and of course we have co-host Deathmatch Bro. We got Joe Beisler in the building.
Damn right.
And we have a
Voice of
very
the
special
fucking
guest.
violence.
We got a very special guest today. We have Leah, also known as Veronica Caine, in the building.
What's up?
We have a lot to talk about, a lot to get into. You know, there's a lot going on in the wacky world of wrestling.
There is.
Specifically in the deathmatch world.
Yeah.
Leah, you may or may not be familiar with it. You have a grievance. We're going to let you air it. So what do you want to talk about?
Beef.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, my dog just like licked my hand.
Mm.
Well, Joe, Joe knows. By the way, Joe, Captain Commentator.
Yeah.
What are you, the voice of the violent?
Oh,
that's right.
Yes, I am.
I like it.
Yeah. Two gigs in one weekend.
I mean, I feel like there's a show or two on the 18th if you can't manage the trifecta, but also you got to watch out as a professional. You have to watch out for your voice.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, you can't take every gig that comes along, but I do feel like there's something going on the 18th.
Oh, there's plenty.
There's a lot going on.
I mean, since I moved out east, I know like how much is going on. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Doing the commentary for POR is going to be a trip because I got a live mic doing that shit for the crowd.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. What chemicals do you think you'll be under the influence of that day?
All right, well, I definitely ain't tripping. I can't trip for that. Nah.
No, that doesn't work with live commentary.
No. Because here the problem is I'll just go off on a tangent on something completely different. Like I'll see a bird fly and talk about that for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. Tripping, that's out. Anything else I'm down for. I can handle anything else. Tripping, no. I'll save that for TOS.
There we go.
Yeah, that's probably more for like being a spectator and just like absorbing the experience versus having to be responsible for part of it. I don't know if you've met my co-host on your podcast, but that's Roulette.
Oh well, I've met her.
I know you have, but there you go. Rich.
Hi, Roulette. How are you?
She likes to be she has opinions as well.
Oh, all right.
She should have a fuck Rob Black t-shirt on.
I mean, that could easily be arranged. I do have the buttons. That I had made in 2022 before the very first time I went to California. I had little buttons made that said "fuck Rob Black," and I was on my way to an XPW show with them. and then
I have one. I have one on my ICW hoodie. I
know you have one of the few that have been dispersed amongst the public so far, but I just thought it was funny because like the first show I put them out with my merch and like somebody walked by and they were like, ooh, like they couldn't, they were like, I couldn't possibly. And then like 3 shows later, they were selling a fucking XPW t-shirt that says "fuck Rob Black" on it. I'm like, you're welcome, assholes.
Oh,
Marketing
man.
genius. Sorry, I can't help it. But anyway, yeah, got those. They're nice.
Very happy for me segment, but Lee, you are our guest, so how has this week been treating you?
This week?
Yeah.
I mean, this week so far so good.
Well,
last week was a little bit.
Yeah, it was kind of fucky.
Yeah.
It was fucky.
It was fucking weird, man. Like, I don't know what's going on with the planet. Like, to me, it's like this stuff's not normal, like, adult human behavior. Like, it's just weird to me. And I'm gonna chalk it up to like something in the stars or what. But I'm not like super into that stuff, but I'm a little bit into that stuff. Like I kind of give it a little bit of credence. And yeah, there's like a shift happening in the universe where like the shit bags are gonna go to like where they go, and like other people are gonna like start to like be able to, you know, feel the light once again. So
Yes, and I agree. They will be gone soon.
that's happening. I'm watching that happen in real time. So
Isn't there supposed to be a full moon soon? Either today or tomorrow. That could be it.
is it? I can't see.
I mean, why would that guy be mooning us?
Which guy?
The full moon
What do you
guy. I don't want to get
No,
mooned.
no, there's supposed to be a full moon either
I know,
tonight or
dude,
tomorrow.
Come
Oh,
on,
okay. Oh, I thought you misunderstood what I said.
Come on.
I don't
All right,
know.
that's stoned. Nah, dude, yeah, the world is a wacky place, but I don't like the shit that's being done about Jasmine. And yeah, not cool for people to just not want to either donate or share because she's running the GoFundMe. She's a good person. So what? That's why she's doing it.
You know, I mean, like I started doing this whole nursing thing with the deathmatch companies. I mean, I was only doing it at XPW just because like those happened to be the shows that I was at the time. And then I started kind of, you know, moving around and doing it with people and whatever. And she has been just at a time where I feel like everybody had their head up their own ass. Everybody around me was like so full of their own shit and putting themselves over and like didn't give a fuck about anybody that like wasn't gonna put them somewhere or whatever. And I'm like, these people aren't fucking real. I'm like, these people don't give a fuck about other people. Like, these people aren't the people I fucking like roll with, you know? I was just like, eh. Jasmine fucking out of all of those people, and I laugh because sometimes, you know, people don't understand if they hang around Jasmine. I mean, she does, you know, she does a lot of like improv and stuff, and she's like a nut and she's a nerd like me, and she'll start to kind of like do characters and just be silly and whatever. And people I think sometimes take like some of her like shtick for real. Just like when I'm like a completely conceited bitch and pretend that, you know, I'm in love with myself and people think that's real. And I'm like, okay. We're just having fun. We're just having a laugh, you know, whatever. But anyway, I think that people don't read her right sometimes. And it took me, I've known her now for 2 years because I never knew her previously in the adult stuff. Me and her, we like crossed paths. We never quite connected. So yeah, at a time where I was just like, you know, what is going on around me? Like, I'm just like this freaking stew of fake, you know, nonsense. She rolled up and she was like, here's how we do this. And also you need to set up that. And if you're going to do a YouTube, let me tell you, you need to have this, this, and this. It's like, she was just giving me, just generously, just giving me anything I needed to like get set up with what I was doing. And she's like, you know, and you need to contact, you know, so-and-so, whatever. And I was like, just in awe of, you know, the fact that somebody was like coming out for me and like being there, you know, moving across the country or whatever, not knowing a lot of people, like it just meant more to me that I didn't have it like my people out here. And I was like, cool, this chick is, you know, whatever. So when like people started bullying her and this fucking cat and her weird whatever sense of humor, and the miss, I know, fuck that bitch, right? We don't like cats, we like dogs. Okay.
I love it.
Come here. No, weird, like catty fucking childish shit and like picking on this lady. And I was like, just straight out the gate, I was not nice or happy about it or whatever. And I was like, you fucking apologize now. And she's like, I'm not apologizing for a joke. And I'm like, fine, fuck you. You lost 2 friends. You want to fucking treat people that way and you want to cater to fucking minions and fucking nobodies. Like, do it. Have fun with that. Have fun with your fucking weirdo fucking turtleneck wearing fucking spouse. Enjoy that. Enjoy that for the rest of your life. While you're not sandbagging fucking poor Mickey Knuckles over there and making her look stupid.
Ridiculous. The worst thing I've ever seen.
Wow, she's got a belt.
And how, you know what? And
belt.
how,
can I tell you how insulting that is? Not only does she have a belt, she has my fucking belt.
See, I didn't even know that. What?
The fucking TV title. The TV title? The TV title?
right.
Y'all don't know.
No,
How are you an old school XPW fan? You don't know Chaos had the TV title. Forever.
Yeah, I do know Chaos. So you said it was yours. Fuck.
Chaos is just a wrestler. Okay? He's just a wrestler. Just a
You're right. All right.
I'm a businesswoman, okay?
Yeah, you're right.
Read the small print.
Yeah, see,
I gave those idiots this whole fucking angle, and I won't go into it. It's too behind the curtain, but I was like, I could easily fucking start heat for this, and this. It's legit. It fucking tracks back to like old school stuff. It's great writing, but they don't want to work with female writers or females or female wrestlers.
Yeah, dude, very strange over there. Rob's a weird dude, man.
Well, I used to think that's what it was.
And real quick, what she's saying, Jasmine straight up is a sweetheart, and I've only hung out with her one time, and it was everything she just said I witnessed in the one night. So yeah, she's a good girl. I don't understand any hate for Jasmine. She's awesome.
Fucking weird. And then so we end up with the fucking situation where there's this stuff being circulated online, and it looks exactly like it's coming straight from XPW. The ads, it looks exactly like an ad. The way everything is laid out on it, exactly like their ads. I don't think they were running anything else. If they were, it was the exact same ad, minus the picture of my friend where it said she was going to be baptized in cum in this church at a surprise 301 man gangbang. Fuck you. Are you fucking kidding me? And they put this in an advertisement with these fucking legitimately badass wrestlers. So it's like fucking the card is stacked. Badass after badass after, like all these guys that are like, yeah, I get in the ring and I fucking die to entertain people and I'm proud of it. And also someone's going to be covered in cum at that show. And I don't know. I'm just getting a paycheck. I don't know what the fuck this is. It's fucking nonsense. You know what I mean? Like you just made a fucking clown show out of your promotion. Like, are you a wrestling show? Okay. Have titties, have porn chicks, be sexy, be edgy, shove needles through dicks, fucking advertise fucking in the ring surprise gangbangs. What's a surprise gangbang?
Rape.
What is a surprise gangbang?
Rape.
301 people.
A surprise gangbang is what's called rape.
Yeah.
So
well, exactly. And what people don't understand is they're like, I'm being dramatic. Okay, I'm sorry. You don't fucking know the people that end up in the DMs that are gonna show up because they want to be a part of that. Surprise, Jasmine. No. Like, no.
They couldn't get 301. They couldn't get 301 people to the show if they fucking tried.
That's the only way. That's the only way they could get 300. The vast majority were comped, or they were fucking Pastor Joe fucking suck-offs congregation or whatever that were like there to fucking applaud him for being such a great Christian.
Very strange church this is.
I was kind of surprised that they would have a deathmatch event at a church.
I mean, a deathmatch event is one thing. That's weird. That's edgy. So I was kind of like, well, the owners of this company were provided with the opportunity to remove this and to apologize. And that would have been really easy. Like any idiot could have done it. Like, hey guys, we were having fun on the show. I know, you know how we are. We took it too far. We didn't, whatever. But, you know, obviously we would never do anything to, you know, disrespect our colleague here who's been, you know, so great through 25 fucking years of dealing with this shitbag fucking company and, you know, whatever. Like, no, just this bitch fucking rolls in who pumped out a fucking couple of fucking puppies for this fucking greaseball and calls herself a champion because he put a fucking belt on her because he's too paranoid to put it on anyone else because he thinks everyone else wants to fuck him because he wants to fuck everyone. So that's how people roll, you know, when you're a shitbag, you don't fucking trust anyone. So you put all your belts on like one or two people.
Dude, this is the worst champion in the history of wrestling. Like, at least David Arquette was only like a week.
That's why I say that's fucking my belt because my wrestler had it. B, I could wrestle her. I could wrestle her. I could wrestle her. I could wrestle fucking far better than this fucking bitch. Because I had some respect for it. Like if I was going to step into the ring, I wasn't going to step into the ring and disrespect the other people, especially in deathmatch. Like that's huge to me. And like, you know, when people were hitting each other in the twat with light tubes and stuff, I was like, I don't know. I'm not really super into that because I kind of feel like the guy who's about to die in the ring in front of us, like I feel like you're diminishing him. Sorry, you know, or the gal who's about to fucking do the same thing. Like, it's just, to me, it's like, okay, cute. Okay, whatever, cute. You're viral. Okay. But like, to me, I just thought it was like, it's not my preference. And the people that I fucking worked with were real wrestlers back then, and that's what's the difference between. And I'm sorry, I don't want to say like the deathmatch wrestlers now aren't real wrestlers, but not on the level that they were back then, because back then it was so like fresh that these people were trained wrestlers before they like had the taste for what deathmatch was. So they did the traditional schooling and they had like those values and they, you know, like, and those are the people that I interacted with, was your, you know, Supreme, Dynamite D, Patrick Hernandez, Kevin Kleinrock, Joey Chaos, you know, like all of these people, Angel, you know, all of these like great athletes and entertainers and good people and friends. And, you know, I get that, like that homegrown vibe a little bit at H2O here on the East Coast. And like, I'm like, I just, I like that, you know, because I recognize what that is, like when you have that. And, you know, people come in and people come and go and big names come and go. We, you know, have, you know, we had storylines. You know, you have storylines.
I love that warehouse.
Burn! We had,
I love that little warehouse.
Show and, you know, whatever. So like that was, you know, it was what it was, and we had fun and we suffered and we sacrificed and we worked for nothing and we put forth a lot of fucking effort as a labor of love, you know, for nothing or whatever, and or very little or whatever. And the internet was new, so the wrestlers were like, yeah, I don't know, you watch the old XPW stuff and they're like doing all this shit and you're like, wrestling, and they're bleeding. And they're burning and doing every other fucking thing and, you know, whatever. And, you know, so it's just obviously like it's become more of a bloodthirsty thing now, which I'm not mad at. But when I watch, like, you know, I'll see these compilations and I'm like, holy shit, like that doesn't look like what we're doing now or what they're doing now. Not everybody.
There's very few skilled wrestlers in the deathmatch community, but there are some.
Yeah, well, and especially that's why it's great to see the international ones, you know, when the luchadors come in, you know, or, you know, everybody just like has their different thing.
Like Takeda can fucking wrestle.
Yeah, he can.
Kasai can fucking wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
Like those dudes are nuts.
Yeah.
Like
that's what makes them so good.
He's always the wrestle.
Yeah, I mean, and to me, like that makes it more entertaining when, you know, you don't know what's going to happen on that level, you know, versus you don't know, you know, how are they going to slice their bodies up tonight? Like, no, when like, you know, you pop for like all of a sudden, you know, something happens and you're like, that was fucking cool or different or fun, you know, and it didn't have to be like, you know, how are we fucking lacerating or flesh tonight? But please don't stop lacerating your flesh, because I too am a disgusting human that loves blood. So I'm like the worst. I'm like the best deathmatch nurse, because I'm like, safety third. I got you after.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, just in case.
But
Dude.
yeah, no, it's been a trip being, 20 years older, coming back to this stuff and dealing with, I mean, seeing what it is and watching everyone, and I love like kind of catching up on everything I've missed, and but yeah, I do see the behind, the smoke screen that I didn't see before, probably, and some of the realities and whatever. But
Hey, like I said, man, these people got older and fucking assholier.
Assholier.
yeah,
They did.
They
They did, because I mean, you would have never went back if you didn't have a good relationship still with those people. Am I right? I mean, I'm not saying like great. I'm saying it was decent.
Yeah, I had like a neutral relationship, basically, because of the fact I think that I was kind of half checked out from it.
Yeah.
Once I started to pay attention again, I was like, fuck, okay, shit, here we go. Oh wow, I remember this.
Yeah.
Fuck, this is about to go totally sideways. And like
Right.
the people, it's cute because some of the new people that come around, and they're like, I don't know why people talk bad about this place. It's not so bad. They just don't know. You just don't know until you work here. And I'm like, nope, you're right. You don't know until you work here. Stick around.
Yeah.
You've been here for what, 2 weeks? And
Dude, there hasn't been people. There's
it's over, not because he's good.
If you look at all their shows, you could progressively see how they lose everybody each show.
Well,
like
in the last,
every
it's
show.
just, I mean, you've seen it like consistently. For one thing, I like to say, like, where'd the women go? Where'd all the women go? Where's Sage? Where's Sage? XPW fucking legacy.
Dude, yeah. It's like,
Nobody
not
picks
like
up the
she ain't
phone.
wrestling. He had the baby. She's back. She's all over.
She was all over. She was in fucking Newark, and then all of a sudden there was this like, we're gonna do this East Coast West Coast thing, so we don't have to pay too many fucking airfares. And you're gonna be on the West Coast, and whatever. And then nobody fucking called her until like 3 shows later, when they didn't have anybody to wrestle Mickey. And so some fucking third party calls fucking Sage, who hasn't gotten a fucking peep out of these assholes in like however long. Yeah. Well,
just a complete rotten business model, dude.
I think
It's not even.
Mickey had to wrestle fucking Terex that night.
Oh yeah, that's right. She did.
Yeah. Stupid.
That was beautiful. That was supposed to be for the women's championship too.
Why would you fumble that? Like fumble, it's just beyond. Jasmine, myself, Ron, Mimi, oh cute girl, J Love.
Yeah.
Y'all know that one? What you know about that?
What you know about side like it was nothing.
What you know about her? That she should be fucking kicked in the head.
Ruthless business.
It is a ruthless business.
It ain't that ruthless. It's not that serious.
It's not. It's not supposed to.
Rich, spoiled fucking cunt and his fucking ridiculous rat wife playing with fucking adults when he needs to get back in the fucking playpen and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, I never. Again, I only get people they message me what happens on the Rob Black podcast, and like I would blow my brains out if I had to listen to that.
I won't.
Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube. Whoops.
Timestamps and everything that's been dealt with over the last week. Somebody else has listened to, and then that was passed along to somebody else to listen to. I
have gremlins everywhere.
Jasmine and I aren't going to sit and fucking listen to that shit. Like, that's for people who get paid to.
I mean, I do listen to that podcast because number one, it's verbal diarrhea. It's not that good of a show. But I did listen. When was Baptized in Blood? Who was that, last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, he talked about that and the whole fallout with with you and Jasmine and Cat Martini sandbagging Mickey Knuckles. Listen, we've been watching wrestling for long enough to know who's sandbagging who. Listen, that was such a cheap fucking move. Mickey's been doing this for over 20 years, and you could tell that she was pissed. She was supposed to take that move. I don't give a fuck what Rob Black says. Oh, it's my wife. And she hurt herself. She was knocked out. No.
Why did she hurt herself? How could she have hurt herself? I mean, maybe if she had spent 5 seconds in the ring prior to that, like, she would not have hurt herself.
Right, because she's not a trained wrestler.
It's called caring about your wife.
Right. She's a personality with a belt, which is really just a prop. And she prances around the ring, and that's it. Like, it doesn't take any talent for Cat Martini to be Cat Martini. And she sandbagged a fucking legend. That's it.
I just don't get it, dude. Total fuck up.
No, it is a total fuck up, and it makes everyone look like shit.
I'm sorry.
Like you said, dude, we've been watching this shit way too long to have to put up with something like that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
On the
podcast, run your fucking company however you want, but at some point it becomes like it's one thing after other that's like basically it's disrespectful to the wrestlers. Advertising a sex show, alongside fucking like Eric Ryan and some of these like people that are going out there are just gonna get fucking cut to oblivion, whatever. Oh, and also a sex show. That's not happening. Like, and why does it read, the way it reads instead of like, look at all these amazing. You know what else pisses me off besides you? The signs, like the fucking signs, like some of them get to the point where I'm like, have fun, obviously. Like, I'm not trying to be fucking a complete like whatever, but like it would just, I think it gets to the point where it was annoying me that I was like, these guys are coming out to the ring. These people are coming out to the ring to do a fucking, a thing, a profession that we really attach ourselves to, I think, connect to more so than like other combat sports. You can watch MMA and you can watch WWE and, whatever. But when you watch deathmatch wrestling, I feel like obviously you're a little bit more invested in like, what's going to happen, and then also because these guys become heroes in a fashion, like we become especially attached to what happens to them. So I feel like it's a very special, close kind of experience.
Louis Drildo is my hero.
So
Louis Drildo is my hero.
Yeah, there was a lot of that at RPW. I just gave Braun the day before. They kind of missed it, but that would have been good for that. I didn't go to that one though. I missed it.
Dude, Louis got the whole drawer full. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Good time.
Sure.
Use a fucking trip.
So today what got me fired up was this the situation with like realizing that there are people that are not sharing the Necro GoFundMe a link and the t-shirt, the Seozawa t-shirt link. That's a fundraiser as well. There's specifically people that are like not participating, which seems like these sort of loyals to this thing, whatever they're doing, whatever their thing is that they're doing.
Yeah, and it's because it's run by Jasmine.
It's so weird. But I'm just like, I just like one thing after the other. I'm just like, you guys are like, go away. Just like, you're just like, you keep doing like horrible thing after horrible thing, like, that's attached in like weighing down this this whole group or company of people or whatever they are, and some of them I just like smell the desperation on them. They're like, with the necro thing, I feel like there's people that like aren't stopping to really survey the situation. They're just like, when's necro coming back so that, you know, we can wrestle together, or, you know, I can wave my flag or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, I said it. I'm sorry. Like, I see these people, they're not fucking, they're not trying to fucking do something, you know, they're trying to put themselves over, or they're obeying Daddy Rob and not, you know, not linking, not linking the fucking t-shirt, because neither one of us thought about this, Jasmine nor myself. I swear to fucking God. She you know, connected with Pondo and whatnot, and like this Seozawa shirt comes up, and we give it to our friend to, you know, to print, because she makes she does, you know, her and her dude have a, you know, company, and they print t-shirts and whatever, and we're like, fuck yeah, that'll be great, because we're all like, you know, like people helping people, you know. I mean, we all happen to be chicks, so it's not, you know, totally a coven, but yeah, it is. And after the fact realize, like, oh, Lizzie Borden is the one that's making the fucking Seozawa shirts. And the other fucking skank is over there modeling the fucking the one from the fucking company or whatever, and like who knows what they're doing with that one. But I'm like, I go, do you realize? And Jasmine's like, and I'm like, I just realized it now. And she's like, I didn't realize either. Like, we weren't even thinking about it. That like we were just trying to like help out Necro, and not really realizing that like in yet again we just show that bitch what the fuck is up. So anyway, you guys should get a t-shirt. You guys should get a t-shirt. They're great. And despite apparently what rumors are, nobody's gonna steal the GoFundMe money.
No, total bullshit. And just, you know, for a second, while she's talking about that, make sure social media, Joe Beisler, I shared it, Leah Grace RN, she shared it, she's hardcore, she also shared it. Go hit that GoFundMe for Necro. Get well soon, Necro.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, he's that poor dude. He's sitting over there fucking all busted up, and they're trying to figure out like red tape, you know, they're trying to shift him around from hospital to hospital because it's going to be hella expensive. There's my Bay Area girl. Hella expensive for him. It's like, I think the number I heard maybe from Jasmine today was like 200 grand. I mean, which sounds about right. Right.
Wow.
So, and at some point they'll lose out the
right.
hospital. He's been laying in the hospital for a week with a fucking shattered hip that they won't operate on because they're like, who's going to pay for it? Apparently, he said something like was it BJW or that's doing the tour? I'm not sure if I'm wrong on that. I'm sorry, but
yeah, you're right. You're right.
They're doing they're doing a fundraiser kind of thing. So like, people, I mean, like, it's legitimate. Like, it's not just like donate to a GoFundMe. It's like, bro, our friend is going to be in for like a fucking $250,000. Like, he doesn't want you to send him snacks, you know? Like,
right.
Yeah. You know, like, he doesn't need that right now. He needs you to fucking, like, you know, look into your heart and fucking, you know, come up with $5 or share the fucking link at least, you jerk offs. Stop.
All right, so I mean, now I gotta ask: is XPW doing anything to help him out?
I don't know. I think, you know, I guess they're maybe selling a shirt, and I don't know what the claim is on.
I haven't seen anything, so I've heard that they're supposed to have a shirt, but I haven't seen a shirt.
Right.
No, they have a shirt. They've already had a shirt. They just pulled out the shirt they had, the blue one.
Yeah, see, that's a jerk off move. You don't sell something you already have; you make a new one.
They can sell what
exactly what Jasmine did.
They could do something else too with it, you know, make it real cheap or, you know, whatever. Like, I'm not worried about what they're doing per se.
No.
I know that people are talking about doing shows. You know, I've heard a couple of names of people that were gonna be working on doing some kind of show stuff. But I don't want to say, I'm not at liberty. I'm not sure to divulge if that hasn't been out there, but because I don't really look on the social media, but if it's out there, it's out there. But some stuff's going to come up, I think, with benefit shows, a couple of them.
Well,
so.
no.
Yes.
Pondo put something up today.
Okay, yeah, I heard something about that, and I heard like maybe another collaboration or two or something. So people, people who get it are like, "Fuck, what could we do? Like, let's do something legitimate." Like, it's bothersome sometimes. That people are looking out for themselves, or they just aren't really looking out for anyone else. Not that they mean it, but like. It is what it is. It's wrestling. It's wrestlers.
But see, the good thing is, it's just that small percentage of them. At least there's a lot of people sharing, a lot of people that's why I love this community. Because the majority are doing the right thing. You do have those, side jerk offs, but whatever.
Yeah, good. Like, hopefully, maybe I just don't I don't see enough stuff online the last couple of days, but I was hoping. I'm like, I gotta get on there and share that thing more, or figure out a way to, push
there's
it
a good
more.
amount. There's a good amount of people sharing it now.
Good.
Yeah.
I told him this morning that it seems like, I don't know what time it is, but in the mornings, I hear from Necro for a couple minutes, and what I tell you yesterday, he said he got a shower after 5 days or something like that. He's like, there was 3 nurses in the shower with me. He's like, I think they enjoyed it more than I did.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dirty old man in the hospital.
Totally,
I love it.
Totally. But I like to tease him. Like, I'm like, okay, well, so what's going on? Because I'm legitimately, like, I'm a nurse. I don't know a lot of like orthopedic stuff, but I was like, hey, what's happening or whatever. And, we're cracking up because we're talking about, the fact that when you're on painkillers, well, that's why I mentioned it. I'm like, are you pooping? Like, do you need an enema? Do you need to get like a hot nurse in there to give you an enema? And he's talking about the shower with the 3 nurses and how you should take a boner pill next time. And I'm like, you should take a boner pill for the enema.
Wow.
I'm just I'm like, what are they going to do about your face? I'm like,
Necro needs an OnlyFans. Necro OnlyFans.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Oh, the enema edition.
I tried to give him a little hard time. Like, I'm like, what are they going to do about your face? He's like, oh, and then he showed me, like, he has, I don't know if he posted that, the cut and there's staples in it. He had a gnarly couple of slices, and like, for me to say that it's bad, like, I promise you it was bad.
Yeah, no, he didn't post none of that yet.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I get that's the nurse privilege. I guess I get the gnarly. I wish you would stop. I don't want to have to use loud mom voice. It makes me look like an asshole, and then people are gonna. Sorry, hold on. Can you go over here and lay down?
That's all right. We're animal lovers here. It's fine.
Totally.
Lay down. This fucking lunatic. She does not like to be left out. She has opinions. I don't know where she gets it from.
Oh, no, never.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not sure. She must get it from her father. I don't know who her father is.
That's funny.
Sounds like a wrestling story.
Hmm.
No, she was a stray.
What a mess. But,
yeah, no, it's just been a mess. And so, like, all I just see is, like, just people being jerk offs, and people, like, could make things better, and they don't. And I'm just like, what's happening with the universe? And then, like, I'll be an asshole. Hairy armpit. Sorry.
we're gradually fixing the universe. Don't worry.
Tell your fetish friends.
One podcast at a time.
Fucking right.
Yeah.
One appearance at a time. Come on. Every show we go to, we make it better.
Fuck yeah.
So, but as I told you, the universe is shifting. We're shifting into like a really good place.
Yeah.
you know, and you know, I firmly believe there is some weird like physical like energy thing or whatever that happens. Something's happening.
I just
So
happen
if
to
you're,
be a faster ride because I feel you.
I feel like if you're not out there like pushing, you know, bad fucking juju, then like then you're in a good place. Like keep, you know, just keep moving in a the direction away from the
Like the friend of the podcast says, Chad Mins, positive vibes only.
oh
Hey,
god.
Chad. How we doing?
Don't say positive vibes only.
Hi, it's Chad. I love Chad.
You gotta have some negative vibes, man.
Well, no, I hear you. No, I get it. It's just a Chad thing.
Just like a legitimate amount, so that it's like, you know.
I'm just picturing Chad in his vacuum.
You gotta have somebody that's like once in a while, just like, and you're like, all right, you're okay.
Yeah, me, Joe, and Chad, we're about to go 3 ways to buy Titan Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, let's buy that shit. Burn it to the ground.
Yeah, the guy's a fucking weirdo.
I keep seeing stuff. I don't really know anything about him, but I do. I keep seeing those posts, and I'm like, what is this? What is the deal there?
There is a court thing between Chad and one of the guys from Titan. I don't know like all the details from that, but the guy, like, there's 2 owners, and one of them, he got caught sending dick pics to a 14-year-old girl on Instagram. And
is he? Oh, wait, it's not. No, it's a different one. Sorry, different Chomo.
so they do like this Titan, they do a lot of like local stuff by me, and I mean I don't go, but it's an absolute fucking, the guy's a fucking clown and everything they stand for. And Chad and them, they got like a business issue over money, and there's a couple other people that I actually know who work with them, and they're owed money, and how they get 23 people to a show and they raise like $2,000 for some charity. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And the fact that you got caught sending dick pics to a 14-year-old girl on Instagram, you're a fucking weirdo. And I don't know how they. I don't get it. So like I'll pinch it. I'll give him like $20 for it. Joe, you could give him $20. Chad can give him $20, and that's it. Like fuck them.
I think I have a
offered to
grocery
buy
outlet.
it.
I think I have a grocery outlet gift card. Can I get in on this?
Oh,
We can go 4 ways if you want.
there you go.
Okay. Yeah.
You might be You might be the owner with the grocery outlet gift card. Shit.
Bro, I might be the co-owner
It's like
of something
gold.
else pretty soon. So stay tuned. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's beyond my control. People do what they do. I just don't want to be fucking bothered.
Well, there's been a lot of bullshit and nonsense going on in the last couple weeks.
Oh yeah.
You know, specifically in the deathmatch world, specifically with XPW and the vibes that they put out.
You know
That's what I'm saying, dude. Look, again, it's do I want the boys that work there to get paid? For sure. But last I checked, 23 tickets. That's it.
Yeah.
For
and
what,
that whole narrative that got painted like, oh, she's a cop caller. She ratted out to the venue. She tried to get our show canceled, or the whole thing was really put on Jasmine, and you know, she and I both knew that it wasn't her. But I was like, do you understand, like, your little fucking how important it is to the wrestling community that you don't call the venue doesn't mean fucking shit to me. Like, when you're talking about like my friend, my business, because she's my partner, my money, my fucking life, fuck you and your little fucking church. Like, you think I'm not gonna fucking, you were given the opportunity to be a cool person, and like I'm not gonna fucking step in and do what I can, because I'm not rich people who can afford fucking lawyers every 5 seconds. But like, I most certainly can be like, hey, do you guys know that like your name is on this flyer and it says that this woman is gonna be gang raped here? Do you know that? You might want to know that. Like, maybe you want to talk to them and tell them
that's not cool. Maybe take that shit down, because we tried to talk to them and they laughed. I'm like, if people want to tell me I took money out of fucking wrestlers' mouth, what I want to say is, wrestlers, choose better employers. Don't fuck with people who fucking operate the way that those people operate, and you'll be fucking much better off. Because when you deal with people who fucking threaten people and disrespect people and slander them and fucking have zero respect for people, expect that somewhere along the line somebody's gonna be like, not today. And like, you know, I mean, if that particular promoter doesn't have any other venue options due to the fact that he's a cunt, like, not my problem, you know. And if you if it's a month before the show, if something happens, you know, which wasn't my wish, but if something happens, you certainly have all of these weeks to now go and find some other work on that day. Like, don't come at me with this agenda, because I know where it comes from. I know the little drama and the seeds that were planted and exactly by whom and why. And I'm not here for it. Like, I'm just like, stop being weak-minded and being triggered by every little seed that gets planted, little breadcrumb that gets planted for you to follow a fucking trail like you just found something out. I watch these idiots do this and I'm like, oh my God, you're idiots. Like, you're sleuthing right now to try and find out who fucking contacted the venue as though it was this big dramatic event and that I was out to sabotage and whatever. And in the end, like, show went on, everybody's cool, no problem. I clearly didn't say the things that it, you know, that it was, you know, whatever. But the people who weren't hurt were like, are circling back around to like attack, like, not only this innocent woman, but this woman who, like, I don't give a fuck what your opinion is about it. Like, I'm sorry if your feelings are hurt. I'm sorry if you feel that, you know, I'm not a person that's going to go out and call every fucking venue and color. People were threatening, like, well, you just wait until the next show you're on. And I'm like, oh, okay, what, at H2O Center you're gonna call the fucking cops on it? Like, okay. Okay, like, you just posted that. Who said, was that Chase? That was that Chase cunt that said that. Oh, you think you laugh now? Because I laugh because I'm like, hey, them cops aren't gonna call themselves. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Like, people look at my sense of humor. And he's like, oh, you think it's funny now? You wait. And I'm like, oh, so you're like threatening to call the cops on like these fucking kids from fucking New Jersey? Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, no. People just don't.
It seems to me, like on the surface, that they're just a bunch of overgrown children who take no accountability for anything.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and then you're the asshole, you know, for pointing it out.
Because you know why? Because like I watched and I followed XPW way back in the day, the first time around, and now, you know, on a whim, he brought it back because he did a Dark Side of the Ring episode. Now, you were there then, and you're there, and you were there up until recently. Besides just a 20-year difference, is there any difference in the way that these companies are run?
Well, the big difference this time, why it failed so much faster this time, and besides that they were only powered by cheeseburgers and dildos instead of, you know, last time they were peddling porn, so he was making more money.
Imagine that sandwich, dildo cheeseburger.
The dildo Dawn of Rochester. The reason it failed so fast this time, you know, is because I think of the fact that there's like social media and that people like could catch on to his bullshit a lot faster, and just there's just, you know, a better understanding of like what we were looking at. So originally I thought maybe there was a softening of this character, you know. I was like, I don't know, maybe having a kid and, you know, being a fucking old turtleneck wearing fart, like, you know, now he maybe has like half a heart, because the guy can be charming. He's, I mean, these narcissists, you know, like kind of whatever you want to call it, like they have a charm about them, and that's how they lure the people into the cult, and wrestlers who will do, you know, anything for them, and you know, people that sign on, and like someone like Joe Dredd, who's a, you know, probably a nice kid. I don't want to really shit on him, but like kind of fuck him, because like, kid, you're gonna have to learn, and you know, part of your learning is gonna be me calling you an asshole. Because like, who does that, you know? Screenshots your fucked. Who does that kind of shit? Like, that's the kind of shit where somebody gets in your head and causes you to do stuff that you normally wouldn't. And I, back in the day, and people around me were doing that as well. I say it's not a cult, but it's a culture. It was, you know, as a culture was created that, you know, normalized a lot of things. And that's why some of these, you know, kids get out there and talk things that maybe they should keep their mouth shut and get themselves in trouble, because they've been in this environment of just like you just think you can say anything. That podcast reminds me of what the Extreme Associates office used to be. You know, just sit behind your big fat desk and just say whatever the fuck you want, and you're the king of fucking everything. And it's like, no, baby, now you're in public. It's different. Everyone can hear you. And, you know, some things that, you know, I'm the most, you know, I will laugh at the most inappropriate things. There's no such thing as too soon. Like, you know, I mean, it doesn't have to be spread everywhere, but like jokes between friends or whatever, like, oh my God, you know, my sense of humor is completely inappropriate. The things that I will tolerate, like, that's why I'm like, when people are like, oh, you're a Karen or whatever, I'm like, okay, I'm a fucking libertarian. Fuck off, you know? I have the right to fucking complain, and they have the right to fucking do what they want to do about it. But yeah, I don't. Sorry, it's fucking dumb. Huh?
I said, what a trip. I love it.
Yeah.
Fuck these
Yeah,
people.
I just, so the difference, what I would say is just the lack of funds is making it shorter. So I'm watching the show and fast forward that I saw before. You know, minus the fact that like before I was up front for a lot of stuff I didn't need to see, as, you know, just personal stuff or whatever that I didn't necessarily, you know, need to witness or whatever. Now, like, I'm not around for that. So whatever goes on in the personal lives of the rich and dildo famous, I don't have to know about. You know, but no, everything I've seen, the way, you know, that I feel like I've been just tossed aside and then shit on. You know, and then I've seen it happen like numerous times, and I'm like, all right, I guess that's what you're doing. Like, your choices.
Like she's even saying, if you look at the old XPW, he kept people that whole time. And like I said earlier, dude, this is, you could tell he just runs it worse now, because he loses people every show.
You know what's missing?
Every single show is less than what was the last one.
Yeah. Well, why?
Now you got backyarders almost main event in your show. It's crazy.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I saw it the first night at California in LA. It's Klein Rock. The very first show, there was like a meet and greet and whatever, and I rolled out, and like they hadn't made a fucking space for me and Jasmine, and I'm like, you can move the fuck over, because like, hello, I'm sorry. Just, that's where Jasmine and I became friends. I'm like, they didn't fucking make a special space for us. I was like, how dare they? Don't they know? But yeah, no, like I was like, who's fucking running this? Like, how are we walking out here and like, you know, all dolled up in heels and everything, and we're walking out there and like no one has created an area for us, elder goddesses. And I, you know, right off the bat, I was like, I was like, this would not have happened if Kevin Kleinrock was here. And I watched the way that the show went, and I watched everything and stop. And, you know, I'm like, Kleinrock was it, you know? I mean, like he kept the fucking tone, you know, he kept things from fucking melting down. He's the fucking smart one, the steady one, the businessman, you know, like as far as like thinking about making things successful, not thinking about my fucking childhood trauma and how to feed my ego or whatever the bullshit is that people do. I don't know what that is, but nobody wants to look at it anymore. So
yeah, I get it. Like I said, it's leading to their downfall.
Everything is temporary in life, you know, nothing is permanent, things come and go. And, you know, you've ever been a part of something like that where they, like, you know, it's like if ECW like disappeared and then came back, you know, like people would fucking shit their pants and everybody would run out and, you know, go to see. I mean, I guess they sort of do that anyway now with these like whatever those kind of like shows were at Mania, whatever that's, I mean, they kind of still come out and parade around, but like imagine if they like went the fuck away and then came back with the same like trying to capture the same vibe, which is kind of what XPW did, which, you know, I'll never shit on Rob 100% for like the creative aspects, you know, like a lot of it isn't him, but like some of it is. And like, they're, you know, and some of that was like fun. And, you know, it was just back in the day, it was fun to be a part of something that was like hated, you know, by the people around you, by your peers a little bit. I mean, because we weren't doing, in my mind, like I wasn't doing anything wrong. It was just like, you know, working for a company where people bled and the, you know, girls worked for the porn company or whatever. And that, you know, that was that. It wasn't like, I mean, well, eventually it was worse, but.
We did hate them at first.
Yeah.
I hated the fuck out of XPW.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it was a blatant ripoff of ECW.
Yeah,
exactly.
Dude, I was such an ECW fucking head.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, I was at every ECW show there was. Like, I hated XPW.
So great.
Until they came to Philly. When they came to Philly and I met Supreme, that completely changed me for that moment in time. But when they disappeared, I'll be honest with you, I didn't give two shits. Like, it wasn't that impactful. Sorry.
Well, he tried to incorporate porn and wrestling, which, yeah, he made it go.
That wasn't even it. It was just, like I said, it had its impact, but on me it did. But that was just me. There's definitely been people that have been XPW people for, you know, since then. But just wasn't for me, like, you know, to be so like, oh no, they're gone. I didn't give two shits.
Well, it was nothing like when ECW.
But I also had CZW right down the street.
Right.
You had it. Yeah, you had a suitable replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
once I started
ECW
going to CZW, that was it.
Heartbreaking. That was heartbreaking.
Well,
you know, when ECW went out.
Oh my God, dude.
That was devastating. I was 16 years old and my life was over.
Was it?
Yeah, dude. I definitely did acid that night.
Nice.
Nice. Was it like because I don't know, was it like a thing where they did like, oh, it's our last show, or did they just disappear?
Like they just ended.
Yeah.
No, it was just some random house show in Arkansas, and that was it. There was no big send-off. There was no, this is our last show. We thank you, everyone, for everything. It was nothing like that. It was in front of maybe 500 people at some place in Arkansas, and that was it.
Arkansas.
Yeah, well, fucking places.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
right. Because you would think that
I was at the last ECW arena show, but we didn't know it was the last, obviously.
Right.
I mean, we heard the rumblings online that, you know, people aren't getting paid, and, you know, maybe Paulie's not going to all the shows, and they didn't have a TV deal towards the end.
I was 21, dude. The only thing I was online was for Napster and porn.
Nice.
Napster.
Yeah, I had no idea about the fucking ins and outs. The ins and outs I knew was going to the shows.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you heard something. Like, I never got to the original ECW arena, so I mean, I've been to
97 bro.
MLW.
Apparently, I need to go sign the wall.
Well, yeah, you were there.
Well,
Yeah.
because I worked there probably at least three times that I can think of. And
I wish I could remember the shit we were probably yelling at you.
I don't really want to say, but I feel like there's people out there that are signing the wall that shouldn't fucking be signing the wall.
Oh, there's plenty of that.
I mean, I'm not signing the wall. I took a picture in front of the wall, but I'm not signing the wall. Who am I?
No, I've been in that building.
That's not my wall to sign.
No, I've been in that building 500 times and I haven't signed the wall. What?
I mean, I got yelled at by a fan and told that he was gonna fucking kill me. Oh, I feel like
What the fuck was this?
That guy was so great. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Can I get a picture?
Yes. Sicko wrestling. That's the wacky fans of wrestling.
I was like, what the fuck, Philly? And then little did I know, like 20 years later, I'd live here.
Right?
Mm.
Yeah.
As the world turns.
Apparently that shit appeals to me.
As the wacky world turns, brother.
Yeah, I laugh because like people, you know, like, oh, Philly, hostile city and whatever. And I'm like, no. It's pretty great, actually. Philly's been pretty great.
Hostile city, USA.
Yeah.
Well, it also depends on where you go.
And I think like if we're talking about like about sports or whatever, like, okay, you know, but in general, you know, I'm not stupid. Go Birds. That's all you got to do. You're good. You're safe. Doesn't matter. Phillies are playing. Go Birds. It doesn't matter. Just
learn quick, man. Wow. There's assholes here that live their whole lives that don't say shit like that.
I'll stay out of that conversation.
Well, of course.
That and the other day.
Fucking Giants fan or Jets?
Giants.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck Jeff Hostetler.
The
I'm
other
a Yankees
day,
fan.
I called a particular group of people. I called people who don't pick up their dog poo crumb bums. And I was like, did I just call people crumb bums? Because I think I'm from Philly now.
Dude, that's a straight Philly word.
I've never heard that before.
Like my grandmother said that shit.
Themselves the crumb bums.
Yeah, that's a Philly word, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, like mud own.
That's a Tony Soprano thing, isn't it?
Dude, that was way before Tony Soprano, bro.
Well, that's when I first heard it.
Yeah.
But is that a Philly thing?
Oh God, yeah.
Really? Interesting.
Oh yeah. Oh, mud own. Yeah, dude. I was saying that shit when I was like 8.
Nice.
And that was 88, so.
All right. Oh, man.
Dude.
It's a wacky world.
Always.
I know. And this is the Wacky World of Wrestling podcast.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We are WrestleDeath, but it is a wacky world of wrestling podcast.
It is.
So I'll probably see you at, I'll definitely see you at X Brand, I think, yeah.
Of course. Doing commentary for X Brand and POR. What?
Yeah, man, that's solid.
And TOD. Still not sure if it's the whole show or just a match, but if it's a match, it's the finals.
Nice, dude.
Okay.
Look at you.
Damn.
Dude.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, listen, man, this thing is opening up doors. Let me tell you.
All right, I like
It
it.
is.
I also am doing Bloodstorm.
Yeah, Bloodstore Pro. Shout out to Eric and Bloodstore Pro.
24th?
What's that?
Do you know when it is? I'm a jerk right now.
25th. May 25th.
May 25th.
25th. So what is that, a Sunday?
Now you're fucking me up.
Damn. I don't know.
No.
It could be a Sunday, right?
No, it's a Saturday.
Is it?
Yeah, because the GCW show's on the 18th. That's a Saturday. 7 days after that's the 25th.
Bingo, bango.
Look at you, like mathing.
It's like a calculator up there. It's very strange.
Wow.
I'm not autistic, though. I checked.
Nice. I mean, no, it is like a spectrum.
How do you check that?
I don't know. I'm just making shit up. That was probably the most autistic answer I ever gave.
I mean, you guys do know, like, it's a spectrum. It is like a whole.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a whole thing.
You know that way better than I do, but yeah, I do know that there is like a whole range.
Can I tell you a secret though?
Yeah.
We're all on that spectrum.
Pretty much.
We're all on it.
Mine's just a whole shitload of different colors a bunch of times.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we are. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
There's different levels. There's different levels.
Dude, a lot of good shit coming up, man. We're gonna be fucking.
There is.
Yeah.
There is. Yeah. There's a couple things coming up. I'm not gonna say it yet.
No, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like,
I'll hit you up on Messenger, but or text you or something. But yeah, there's some things brewing in a good way. In a good way. And I don't know why. I think the landscape of independent and deathmatch wrestling is going to change here in the state of New Jersey.
Oh.
And I think it's going to change for the better. I do.
Damn right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That may or may not have.
I mean, that's a statement. That's
Yeah.
quite a statement.
You'll see.
No, you'll see. Yeah, the landscape, because things are changing. You know how you said before that, like, nothing is forever?
Right.
Right. So
yeah,
things are going to be opening up, and that creates more opportunities for others.
Yeah.
So
smarter others.
Yeah. I'll use my my 130 IQ somehow.
Yeah.
Somewhat. A little bit better than what I do now. A little more constructive.
What? I mean, this is like top tier Mensa shit we're doing here.
Yeah,
I mean, I talk to people for a living, so this is like, you know, this is what I do.
Yeah.
That's it. You know? We have a podcast where we can air grievances and just talk about wrestling. Right. That's it.
And then, you know, leading up to this weekend, we got another H2O show Saturday.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. Me and Party Marty, we'll be there.
Yeah, dude.
Excellent.
Yeah, we got that, and then I got ISPW May 10th, and then I'm doing the fundraiser for that. Finally got the tickets today in the mail. Jesus.
Nice.
Yeah, and then May 17th, X Brand. I'll be there for that.
Dude, that weekend is nuts because you got X Brand the 17th, GCW the 18th, and POR on the 19th.
GCW Philly?
No, it's actually in Chester. Don't let them fool you with that Philly shit.
Yes, why are they saying Philly?
I don't know.
Is it the ad?
Dude, it's called Harris Chester. Like, what the fuck?
So it's in Chester, Pennsylvania, not in Philly.
Yes.
Is it like a town over? I'm not that familiar with Philadelphia.
Well, all right. So you're talking 25-minute ride from Philly?
I mean...
Well, I mean, listen, the New York Giants play football in New Jersey.
No, I hear you. No, dude, I'm just saying, I don't care. It's not a big deal, but just I'm from Philly. And yeah, it is a big deal. We're not Chester. God damn it, we're not that bad.
Well, what sounds cool?
This is how people from Philly are.
Yes.
Right. I mean, but listen, though, like, what sounds cooler? Oh, GCW is going to be in Philly, or GCW is going to be in Chester? What sounds cooler?
Of course, Philly. And listen, Lauderdale knows Lauderdale knows he gets a pass from me anyway, so he's, I'm just gonna break his balls about it. Maybe send him a leg picture.
Chester sounds like a guy who like got his ass kicked, in middle school or whatever. Chester.
The movie,
Does not sound like a place for wrestling.
the movie Airheads.
Yeah.
The guy, Brendan Fraser, he goes by Chaz, but his real name was Chester. Look at that.
Nice. Yeah, man. I might have to watch that now.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Oh, yeah.
If I didn't want to watch Class of Newcomb High, I'd watch that.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that's an optimal movie choice right there. Yeah. Classic. I'll put it in that classic.
Unfortunately, I enjoy cheesy, horror, retarded movies way more.
And monsters.
Oh, man.
Very sick individual.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty good at
good. So we should all be at H2O. Be a good time.
Yeah, it's Joey's.
Leah, do you feel better?
Yeah. I mean, good. I do feel better.
Is there more that you need to get out?
It's too much.
Yeah, nah. Let's end it on a happy note.
On a happy note?
No more bad shit.
Yeah, that's good. Because I'm actually like working on some like really, fun and cool stuff. I work with Jasmine. We're going to be doing some more signings, different places. She's going to be doing a bunch of managing gigs, probably all over the place. And then, I'm doing the nursing thing still. So, like I'm just kind of like doing what I was doing and having a good time before like we got interrupted by fucking weirdo stuff.
Yeah. Damn right.
That was a lot to unpack.
From that. And so no, going into this like the season that we have here, this like tournament. It's tournament season.
Yes, it is.
I feel like I have to wear a fancy hat like the Kentucky Derby. Like, it's tournament season, you guys. It's
there you go. We can use one of them.
I need a mint julep. Because John Wayne Murdoch's going to put a fucking gusset in. Who, Rue? I like Atticus. She likes Atticus, so that's what that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Atticus was my favorite sack of shit, but Blake Christian has officially taken that title.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. He's my favorite sack of shit now.
Again, I'm the heel dude, so I like heels. I like Atticus from the first match I watched him in, literally at Voltage Lounge against Matt Tremont. He won me over that night, dude. I was a fan ever since.
Nice.
And 440 just made it better because I was already a fan of Ricky's because that was my son's favorite wrestler for a while. So it just made it even better. But I still definitely threw a lot of trash at Run Ricky Run.
That was a great show. That was probably like top 3 GCW shows ever.
Dude, I threw a lot of shit that night, and I was tripping my ass off.
Nice. Nice.
So great.
I love it. All right. I mean,
definitely top 3. I still say Untouchables is top 1, but others will have different.
I'm excited for the TOS in what is it, June 1st?
Yes.
Yeah. Man, Brett is pulling out the hitters. I love it.
Yeah. Again, that's another thing. I know we're almost done, but Ultra Man is fucking black. What?
I know. Let me tell you something.
I haven't seen him in a death match since 2019.
See, the one thing that I really like that Brett does that other New Jersey promoters don't do is that he rotates guys in and out.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, you want to go see like the regular guys? Go over there. But you know what? How about you come over here? Because we're bringing all these guys over and we'll throw in a couple of your favorites.
Yeah.
and he rolls with it. It worked for NGI. It worked last year. Like Brett has a method of what he does. It's like these are where new hitters and killers are born. You know, and that's how he's looking at it. He's coming up with new stars.
Dude, like she said, she's excited for it. And
Yeah.
how lucky are me and you of the spots that we always get, dude? They put all the best spots in front of me and him.
Yep. Every time.
Every show.
Do you think they do it you think they do it on purpose because we're at every show? I want to think so.
I don't know. I'm not gonna go there and be like, yeah, we're special. No, but it's just where we get seated. Every show is where the big spots happen.
Yeah.
The only one we didn't we weren't front and center for was the Cyclopack.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like behind.
When Cyclopack got taken off the top of the scaffold with Violento Jack.
Yeah. That was fucking nuts.
The only spot that didn't happen in front of at least near him.
Yeah. That was probably over the last like 2 years. That was like the only spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've gotten the friggin' webs. I've gotten scaffolds. I've gotten friggin' all types of glass contraptions.
Oh, listen, if I'm not walking out of Atlantic City or H2O with like broken glass in my sneakers,
it's not a good night.
It's not a good night. You know, if I'm not going to fucking potentially hurt myself and get carted out, I'm not having a good time.
Yes.
That's it. End my life. How about that? Not really. You know what I mean. Listen, if I'm at a tournament of death, it's got to come close. Tournament of survival and all this other freaking shit. You know.
Well, we still got plenty of time to prep for that, but yeah, be ready. I'm glad you're excited because you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and they hook us up with the same seats every time.
Every time.
Every time. You know, just assume the position and we just go. That's it. We're just there.
Yeah. And one final thing, she didn't even promote herself. Make sure to follow She's Hardcore on Instagram. She's Hardcore on Facebook, and just started up on X. She's Hardcore.
Yeah, I gotta pay more attention to the X. That sounds terrible. I need to. Somebody needs to show Nan over here how to post it to like one so that it just goes everywhere. Because like right now I could post a one and it goes to the other one, but just everywhere.
I don't think there's a 3. Is there a 3?
I know there's a way that you can post on Instagram and Facebook at the same time. But
I mean, but like not like X. I don't know. Jasmine said so. I think Jasmine said.
I don't know. I've never done it. I'm not a big X guy, so I don't know.
Do you ever watch The Office?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you remember the app, the Woof? I think it was called Woof.
Oh, dude, Woof.
Right? Like,
great episode.
And it hits all your apps.
Yeah.
Like your phone rings, your email goes off, all your social media.
It'll drive you fucking insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm a little bit of an Office nerd, so yeah.
I couldn't get into it.
Ah, dude.
I even work in an office setting, and like I don't know. I just couldn't get into it.
Dude, the greatest moment ever was when they had the hay bales. Remember the hay bales at the showboat for Manders?
Yeah.
And I got up on the side of the ring and I went, look, it's a fucking Shroot Farms death match.
I don't know.
I mean,
Dude, it was great.
Yeah.
I had sick Nick Mondo laughing, so fuck you.
I mean, if there were no beats, though.
No, there was no beats. No,
it wasn't a beat.
There was definitely some holy rollers though.
It's nuts.
But yeah. So
right. Are we
definitely interested?
I guess we're kind of. Are we wrapping this up?
Yeah.
All right. So, Leah, any parting words at all? Anything?
Just be excellent to each other.
Yeah, I like that.
Pretty much it.
Definitely like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and know your worth, definitely.
That's for sure.
That's
Know your
a
worth.
big one, because if you don't, some asshole is gonna, shortchange you. So
Don't sink to their fucking level.
That's right.
yeah, I mean, sometimes a little bit guilty. Sometimes I be trifling. Like I definitely needed to vent a little bit to somebody after like some of the shit, whatever. But like, yeah, no, I honestly, I'm not malicious towards anyone. Like I would never wish that anyone, how their company goes or, whatever. Like, do I kind of hope some people get a little justice for their behavior? Sure, but like, if people just be, just be fucking decent, Jesus.
I hear you.
It's
I think I'm
it's harder
naive
for
and I
some
don't
to-
realize, how goofy and how wacky the world of wrestling really is. And,
Yes.
It
but
is.
Like I
have
said,
fun.
it's-
That's what I mean, I'm here to have fun. I'm here to help people. And, clearly I'm here to, do a whole bunch of other crazy shit if you listen to what people say. But, maybe they're right.
like I said,
Well,
what a true deathmatch icon said, Danny Havoc, it's nice to be nice.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah,
So,
that's
Yeah.
pretty solid.
Wise man.
Absolutely. Legend.
Dude. Ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. So, Leah, thank you so much for coming on, and hopefully, it was, a
thanks
nice,
for having me.
a
Be-
therapeutic
guys.
environment. And I guess that's it. This wraps up episode 12. And hey, America, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully, one day it will be in the millions, so we don't have to work anymore. But
Right?
until then, we got this. Peace out,
WrestleDeath
America.
101.
We in there.
Wacky world.
It is.